Oh.
Hinter Bäumen wachsen Grusen, eilu, eilu, in die weiße Windenblusen schlüpfe Sonnenju, in die weiße Windenblusen schlüpfe Sitz mein Kind nicht bei dem Fenster, wirst wohl lila Zufter finden. Und ich will nicht du, mein Schönster, sollst du lila sie verkehren. Himmel ist schon Chmarne schwarz, winkt so wie du bei mir in Herz. Siehst die Nacht sich wieder gules, eilu, eilu, in mein Herz nicht wein Chloris, schlüpfe Sonnenju. In mein Herz nicht wein Chloris, schlüpfe Sonnenju. Wirst durchs Wachsen Abenteuer seiner Gitterried Stamme, wo's meint Leben Narren Meure, sollt erklären dir deine Mama. Bist a Kind, die bist noch klein, hoi Kind meins, die sollst mir kennen verstehen. Hinter Bäumen wachsen Grusen, eilu, eilu, in die weiße Windenblusen schlüpfe Sonnenju, in die weiße Windenblusen schlüpfe Sonnenju. Eilu, eilu, schluf meine Kind, oi, Herz meins. Eilu, eilu, sei mir
Okay. Let's start reading it. Jane, would you like to read it? Unmute.
Mute.
Okay.
In the past, we have listened to the Kajonim, Moshe Osher, and Yosela Rosenblatt, and have read about Yiddish films that dealt with the ambivalence of Kajonim drawn to perform on the Chazonim drawn to perform on the secular stage. A Yiddish lullaby, Unter Bämer wachsen Grossen, Grasses Grow Under the Trees, was written by Moshe Osher and Alexander Olshanetsky for one such film, Der Vilner Stadtkazen, the city cantor of Vilna, also called Overture to Glory, in 1940, starring Moshe Osher. The Kazan here leaves his family, his shul, in Vilna to embark on an operatic career in Warsaw, but he bids his sleeping son goodbye by singing him the lullaby. One day, right in the middle of singing opera in Warsaw, he learns that his son has died. Mad with grief, he sings the lullaby on stage, then disappears. He eventually returns to his Vilna shul on Yom Kippur, sings Kol Nidra, and dies.
Okay, Marsha, yes. But unmute yourself.
Please correct her. Say Chazan.
Chazan, yeah. Chazan.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I didn't want it. She was in the schwung. She was, running along. So yeah, Chazan, yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Anne Frank, can you try to read? But all of you are muted. So if I call on you, please unmute yourself, okay?
I don't think I can read because this is the first time I've looked at it.
Okay. So no
Thank you.
problem.
Thank you, Mina.
No problem. Isabel?
Unter Bäumen wachsen Rosen. Eilulu, eilulu. Und die Beise,
Daisy.
und die Beise winden bloßen, schloff je Sonnen. Und die Beise Sonnen, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Can you translate?
Under the trees, grass grows. Eilulu. And I can't do this line.
It's kind of,
And no.
lullaby.
And the Beise, what's this line?
Windenblasen.
And the wind blows?
No, wind, the blowing wind.
Angry wind.
And the
blows.
evil wind blows. Yeah. Sleep, my little son.
Yeah.
And the evil
Maurice,
wind
you want
blows.
to add anything, Maurice?
No, that's good. That's fine. That's good.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would like to because I know the song and I sing it all the
Okay.
time.
Cookie, go on. Okay, Cookie.
Where can I start from the beginning?
It's
No, from here. This.
it's
Okay. Unter Beise wachsen Rosen, eilulu.
No, read what's on the screen.
Sitz mein Kind nicht bei dem, sitz mein Kind nicht bei der Fenster, weil die Westen Winter
no West Cholile.
That's a little different.
West Cholile Zug
I
der
know the
Film.
words a little differently because I've sung it so many times.
Okay, but Cookie, even if you have other words, read what's on the screen, please, okay?
I'm trying my best. Sei mein Kind nicht bei der Fenster. Sitzt mein Kind, weil's Cholile als Zug zu der Film. Don't sit by the window because the wind may blow on you. You may feel the wind. Und ich will nicht du, mein Schönste. I don't want you, my darling. Sollst Cholile sich verkillen. God forbid you should get a cold.
Himmel.
No, Himmel.
Himmel.
Oh, Himmel is shine Chmar und Schwarz. The sky is already dark and cloudy and whatever. Punkt, azoi wie do ba mir ein Herz, just like in my heart. My heart is also dark and I love that song. I love it.
Anything to add, Maurice?
No, that's fine. In the second line, at Zug is it's a draft
Yes.
of wind.
Okay, so let's go on.
Thank you. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
is Bamarante?
What, Nili?
What is Himmel is schon Bamarant Schwarz. What is Bamarant?
No,
Chmorne.
Chmarne.
Chmorne, Schwarz.
Chmarne is
Oh, no
cloudy.
more? What?
Cloud,
One person,
Okay,
please.
okay, only one. Only Maurice. Maurice, explain it to her.
Himmel is schon chmarne schwarz. It's chmarne is clouds. It's dark from the clouds.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Aida, can you read, Aida? Aida? She's not with us?
She's muted. She's talking and she's muted.
Okay, Aida, you are muted. Unmute yourself.
sorry, forgot to unmute myself.
Okay, so
Nazi, Bider Galut. I lo, lo. Sit the night, sit. Bider Galut, I don't know.
Galut is Galut.
Gules, exile.
Gulis.
Gulis.
In Yiddish is gulis.
Gules.
Ein Lulu, und mein Herz mit bei und laut,
Clueless.
Clueless, yes.
clueless, schlagsche Sonnernick. Und my heart mit ich, I don't know what clueless.
Clueless.
Mit V in
Cursing.
plural.
Cursing.
Passing?
With pain and curses.
Curse.
Pain and curses.
My heart is with curses. Sleep, Sugarik, my kid. Und mein Herz mit bei unklulet schlafsche Zunenit. So it's the same thing. My heart is with the clueless.
Yes.
Sleep you, my kindle, my child,
Yeah,
my son.
yeah, good. Okay.
I'm getting back my Yiddish.
Yes. Okay, Anita, would you like to continue? Remember, unmute yourself.
Yes, das ist wachsen, das ist wachsene Bocher,
Ben teure. Ben teure.
ben teure, okay. Sein greater Eid.
A guter. A guter Yid.
A gute Yid mistame.
Masad,
Stame.
Mistome.
oh, mistome, oh. You're going to grow up to be a teure ben?
Learned
Ben
in Torah.
teure.
Okay.
Okay, Anita, let's do this. Read it and Maurice will translate, okay?
Oh, okay. Based is okay. Sein guter Eid mistome. Was meint Leben an what is it?
Amoire.
Amoire. Soll der Klang sein Mame? Bist der Kind, du bist noch klein. Oi Kind meine, du sollst mir kennen, verstehen.
Okay, so Maurice, translate, please.
Okay, so there's one sentence in here that I really couldn't figure out, but West Oiswachsen a Ben Teure means you'll grow up to be a Torah scholar, learned in the Torah. Sein a gute Yid mistama, for sure you'll be a good Jew. But this sentence here, because I have to transcribe it from listening to it. Vus meint is what it means, and it sounded like Leben an Amoire, which doesn't make any sense at all.
Yes, it does, Maurice. It does. An amoire is an amor. Is the word in Yiddish for an amora. Amora, which was one of the Talmud sages.
Right,
in
but I don't
Babylon.
understand. But-
Moira, excuse me, Moira isn't to be afraid?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
this is
Moira
not
is to
that.
be afraid.
Okay, let's
Dus
see.
is een Aramese woord. Dus is een
Luisa, what do you
Aramese
think?
woord.
Yeah, I think Morty is right because there was a school of the Amoraim.
Yes.
And it was it was one of the schools of thought in the learning of Torah historically.
But
So-
how
But-
does
Right,
it fit
but
here?
it doesn't make sense in
Yeah.
this, because he says, Zol declaren dir dein Mame, your mother will explain to you what it means to live as an Amoire. What does
Maybe
that mean?
without fear.
You, no,
Without
cannot,
fear, exactly.
no.
Morty, yeah, Morty.
Yeah, to me, it makes a lot of sense. You have to read the three lines together, including the first one. The mother is saying that her wish is for the son to be learned in Torah. Now, in Judaism, Torah doesn't mean only the 5 books of Moses. It
Right.
means the whole range of learning, especially Torah, Mishnah, and Gemara, the Talmud. And the
Right.
Amoraim were
Right.
people who were at the beginning of the development of the Talmud were interpreting Mishnah for the Gemara. So the
Right.
mother wants the son to be a learned person in Judaism, meaning the whole of Torah, both the beginning, but especially the Talmud, which was developed beginning with the Amoraim.
But in the
agree with
context,
Just a
but
moment,
this- but in
just a
the,
moment. Rafael, what do you think?
Well, at first I thought that it must be an Amoritz, but it didn't sound like Amoritz, which would be an ignorant person. But I accept now that the word is really Amorah in Hebrew, Amora in Yiddish, which is someone in the who was a sage of the Talmud. So the translation then, it's a little bit weird, but it's poetry, so it can be. So your mother should explain to you what it means to live
Exactly.
like a sage.
Exactly. I agree with Morty completely that it refers to the Amoraim and that meaning what it means to be a learned man such as the Amoraim.
Okay, so
Wow.
Maurice can finish the translation.
well, anyway, I mean, it still doesn't make sense to me, but because it's the Chazan who's singing to his kid before he leaves Vilna. He's saying your mother should explain to you what it means to be an Amoira. Why would he be saying? Why would he be singing this to his infant? Your mother will explain to. Anyway, okay. Bist dakin, you're a child. Du bist noch klein. You're still young. Oi Kind meins, oh my child. Du sollst mich kennen verstehen. You should be able to understand me. I guess he means in the future, you should understand why I've left Vilna, why I've left the family, why I abandoned you. I guess that's what that means.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
The second line, mistome. I thought the word mistome means perhaps.
Perhaps, right. Yes, it does.
Yeah, but it's used.
But I don't think that's how you translated it.
Right. No, here I mean the word mistam is used in a couple of different ways. It can mean probably, but here he's using it to mean certainly.
Certainly, but which is the opposite.
No.
Zaina get to yid mistama. I don't think he would say you're probably going to be a good Jew. I think he means,
correct.
you know.
I know, but certainly.
I agree with Maurice completely.
But wait a minute.
Leah.
Seems to be the opposite.
No, Leah, it comes from min astam.
Min astam. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it comes from. Mistama, it comes from min astam.
Vanti, okay.
Min astam also exists in Yiddish, meaning probably. But
Yeah.
here, I don't think he means
Yeah.
probably. I think he means surely you'll be a good Jew.
Mistama, yeah.
Anyway.
Wouldn't that be gewiss? For sure? Surely would be gewiss.
Well, that's used in a different, gewiss is used in a different way. Anyway,
Okay, Refoel, yes?
Yeah, there's another meaning of guter yid, which can mean a tzaddik, not just a good Jew, but a wonder worker, a Hasidic Rebbe. And if that's what it means, then mistoma could mean probably. You'll become a ben Torah, a learned person, and maybe, or perhaps, or probably, you'll even become a guter yid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Mina,
Yes,
I don't see the screen at all. I don't see the text.
Okay,
I don't know if it's
okay, Michael is running it now, so.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know.
You-
I see the text.
Are you looking on a computer or a tablet or a phone?
A laptop.
You may need to, are you on a PC or an Apple?
It's a PC.
So you do Alt Tab until you see the screen. You've gotten to another screen probably.
Alt tab. What does
Alt,
that mean?
the Alt key and the Tab key at the same time.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Marsha, yes.
Mariv discovered something also, that if you when you go into the share the screen, don't press the one on the right side. Just press the sound, because it covers up some of the letters sometimes. This was discovered by Mariv.
Okay, but now it's okay. So yeah. Yes. Okay, so let's continue. Marsha, can you read?
Let's see. I haven't read in a long time.
I know. That's why I want you
Schuldig mir. Unter Bäumer wachsen Rosen. Eilu, Eilulu. Und die Beise Winden blosen. Schlafsche Sonnenu.
Good. You see, you have to try.
Shane Teig. Under the trees are growing Boxen Bäume. The trees are growing under what is Bäume?
Grass.
The trees, isn't it?
Grass grows.
Under the trees of oxen,
Grass.
Grass.
The grass.
Rosen is grass.
And then Beise winter the wind is blowing very strongly, and sleep, please sleep, my little son. I'm not sure. Is that right?
Yes,
something like that.
Yes. Okay, let's listen to it once again. And Cookie, you can sing along, but quietly.
I don't know, sing quietly.
Okay. There is still another one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Marsha, can you go on? I didn't notice this one. Unmute.
Schlaf, mein Kind, und Hearts meines.
Meins.
Say that the last
Meins.
word. Meins. Hearts meins. I Lulu. Sei mir gesund. Sei mir gesund. We should all be healthy. Sleep, my child, in mine hearts. Let's all be sei mir gesund. Let's all be healthy.
So actually, he's saying goodbye to the child because he's abandoning the family. Sei mir gesund, he's saying goodbye.
Well,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Shane, I'm dying.
Okay, let's listen to it once again.
Hinter Bäumen wachsen Grusen, Eilu, Eilu, in die weiße Windenblusen, schlufsche Sonnenju, in die weiße Windenblusen, schlufsche Sitzt mein Kind nicht bei dem Fenster, weißt wo lila Zuft der Fieden, und ich will nicht du mein Schönster, sollst du lila sich verkehren. Himmel ist schon nach Marne schwarz, hinkt das so wie du bei mir in Herz. Siehst die Nacht sich wieder gules, Eilu, Eilu, in mein Herz nicht Vinkl ist, schlufsche Sonnenju, in mein Herz nicht Vinkl ist, schlufsche Sonnenju. Wirst durchs Wachsen Abenteuer seiner Gitterried ne Stamme, wo's meint Leben nahen Meure, sollt erklären dir deine Mama. Bist ein Kind, die bist noch klein, hoi Kind meins, die sollst mir kennen verstehen. Hinter Bäumen wachsen Grusen, Eilu, Eilu, in die weiße Windenblusen, schlufsche in die weiße Windenblusen, schlufsche Sonnenju. Eilu, Eilu, schluf meine Kind, oh, ihr Herz meins. Eilu, Eilu, sei mir
Beautiful song.
Yeah, beautiful, Maurice. Thank you. Anyone wants to comment on it or add anything?
Yes.
Yes,
I have a
question. Marty.
Thank you. Yes, the pronunciation of the singer is close to my heart because it's a Galicianer pronunciation. Not do, but di, and so on. But the word that was most interesting to me was mestom. When I was little, I had very close friends of my family who came from Bessarabia, and they used the word pronounced as mestome. But for us, Galicianer, the pronunciation was mestam, like in Hebrew, minhastam.
Minhastam.
But they used mestome. And in this song, the singer uses both in the word mestome, but the rest is Galiciana. That's what I wanted to comment.
Okay, Maurice, you're muted, so you're talking, but
I also heard Mistame.
I have something
to ask.
She's the product of a mixed marriage.
Absolutely.
Okay, who else wanted to?
Mina,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, but okay.
All
I
right,
have a
the
question.
Is the word Aleph, Vav, Nun, why is it pronounced in?
Because
It's
the
like,
Aleph is silent.
It's
But the Vav, but the
it's
Vav
like
is not
in English when you say bread and butter, or you say bread and butter, bread and butter, or salt and pepper, salt and pepper, salt and pepper. In other words, it's been reduced when in speaking. It's just, you just hear the nun sound.
Okay, Luisa, yes.
Yeah, I see Michael's comment on the chat where he found this other translation that agrees with the translation of Amorá, meaning a scholar. And just to refresh my memory, I just looked up Amorá and the Amoraim, of course, and the first Amorá lived in Babylonia, and it was Rav, it was Abba Arika, he was the first one, and he founded the Academy of Sura in Babylonia, which is now in Iraq.
Okay.
So actually, I think it is close to the Mosul area. At any rate, you know, we've heard of Mosul many times during the Iraq War and so forth. There was a Jewish academy nearby. And so that's the reference to the Amoraim. And I see that Michael found it as a translation simply as a scholar. But
okay.
It was one of the many schools of thought, and it did include the Gemara.
Okay.
The Gemara, the Torah Shebe'al Peh.
Thank you, Luisa. Julia, I saw afterwards Morty and Marsha. Julia?
Yeah, the words they and Clovis, I know what the words mean, but what is the sense of those?
He's expressing the pain that he's feeling because he's ambivalent. He's giving up his family, his chazanut, his Vilna, to go to Warsaw to be a famous artist.
Yeah,
It's the pain,
makes a lot of
it's the
sense.
pain and the cursing that he feels in his heart.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Morty, yes?
Yeah, just to extend a little bit of what Luisa was saying, in Babylon, there were two main academies which were the foundations of the development of the Talmud. One was the one in Sura that Luisa mentioned. The other one was called Pumbedita, also in the same area, and was a complement to the Sura Academy.
Yeah.
You're taking me back to my high school years. Yeah.
Yeah, we too. We too.
Yeah.
Yes.
We want to be rejuvenated.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
I just want to say, it just amazes me how those of us who remember our parents, the way they spoke, that's how we want the language to be spoken. But it's wonderful if we can embrace all the dialects. And it's Yiddish, it's okay if you want to be a Litvak or a Galiciana. So just embrace the language.
Yeah, but the way it's, we speak like our parents because that's what we heard. So
yes.
Okay.
I have something important to tell you in a minute, but I'll talk to you separately later.
Okay.
Well, we should sing the song, "You're a Glitz and I'm a Litvak." Maybe you can find it. It's so adorable.
I never heard that one.
I'm sure you have, Cookie. You'll hear it. You'll recognize it.
Okay.
Can I say one more thing? Mina, can I say one more thing?
Okay, you, and then I see Rochale. Yes, Luisa.
Talking about Litvish or Galicianer.
No.
No, let me just say one thing. I learned Litvish Yiddish in school, not at home, because my parents did not speak Yiddish, they spoke Polish at home. But whenever they did speak Yiddish,
just a minute, hang on.
whenever they did speak Yiddish, they spoke Galicianer Yiddish. And learning Yiddish in my Jewish school, I had a very hard time understanding them because I was learning Litvish Yiddish. And
okay, I promised that we will do one class and then we will not hear about it again. Okay.
That is called wishful thinking, Mina.
I just wanted to ask one question.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
And Boima. Bema and Boima.
It's the same.
I know, but which one is Litvish and which one is Galician?
Beimer is Litvish.
Unter Beimer. That's what I said, Beiman. And the song she was singing, Boima. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, can you hear me? Because I tried to talk earlier.
We can.
I wasn't sure. It felt because I had a lot of disconnection from my lousy system today. Okay, so I just wanted to re-emphasize. I think like we're looking too seriously into the word Amora. I think all it means is really, like we all know that a typical European Jewish mother, and I'm assuming in other places too, also wanted the Jewish goal, the ultimate is that her son will be a learned person, will be a chuchem, a learned person, and I think that's what it means. I don't think it goes beyond that. I mean, yeah, historically we should know what is the difference between Amora, what it really means, and so forth, which is extremely interesting. But really, if you look into the song, all he wants to say that your mother should tell you, she should know about that, because that's what mothers do, you know? That's how I feel.
Okay, that's one way to, okay. Michael, you raise your hand.
And Rachel has her hand.
I was just going to say, as far as the Beimer and Boimer, there's actually, I was trying to figure out how I should spell it here, because usually you spell in a fairly standard way, and so I looked in several dictionaries, even though it might be pronounced differently. And every dictionary I looked at had it spelled Boimer, except for Harkavey's 1898 edition, which had it as Beimer. The reverse, I'm sorry. Everybody had Beimer except for Harkavey in 1898 had it spelled in Yiddish Boimer. So that's not taking into account pronunciation, but it is, the spelling was interesting.
Okay, Barbara, you wanted to say something?
No, I wanted to recognize Rachel. I know Rachel Gordon has had her hand up for quite a while there.
I'm sorry, I tried to keep track of everyone. Rachel, okay, yeah, sorry, didn't see you.
I just wanted to say, I have an association with Amora to take you back, Mina, to your high school. There was the school of Amoraim and Savoraim.
Yes.
Amora and Savora, it's to the, and that took me back to that. And these are definite schools of thinking. This rabbi belonged to Amoraim, and the other rabbi belonged to Savoraim.
And then there were the Tanaim too. Yeah.
The Tanaim is for the Mishnah. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to use this opportunity that I'm talking. I want to tell you, Mina, that your stories are becoming better and better.
Thank you, but I didn't write them.
Read them. Today's story is absolutely wonderful.
Okay, so before we start the story, I just wanted to say that the Yiddish Book Center declared this year's theme as the women writers in Yiddish. And Julia knows that from time to time, I promised her that I will bring a story by a Yiddish writing. So in keeping with this promise and with the Yiddish Book Center, today I brought a story by Rachel Luria, from the collection Modne Menschen. And Rachel Luria is one of those forgotten Yiddish writers. I tried to find all kinds of things about her, and I found about four sentences that are telling where she came from and what she did when she came to the United States and when she died. I found only one story in translation into English, but that's not the story that we have. So let's get to know what she's writing. Michael, you're doing it or I'm doing it?
I'll let you do it just in case I get a phone call or something.
Okay, okay.
Can I say something? One small thing.
Yes.
It's not the story that you gave to us today, but there is a story of hers called The Illusion. Which,
yeah, this is the one that is translated into English, yes.
And for what it's worth, that story is going to be printed in the publication jewishfiction.net, which I've been working with for a while. And it is, talk about modernism. It is absolutely, it says here, her stories are jarring, unsettling, surprising, and some of them are untranslated. I mean, they are really unsettling, as it says about this one. Anyway, I think it's quite marvelous, and it will be appearing the next quarter, I believe, in jewishfiction.net.
Okay. I already saw the translation of it on the internet, so I don't remember where exactly. But if you want to read another story by her and in English, so just print Rachel Luria and you will find it.
Yeah, also, let me just say, there is a translator who works in the translation program at the National Yiddish Book Center named Jessica, and I can't pronounce her name correctly, but Kirzane, I believe. And she is the person who translated that. And it's really quite amazing.
Okay, Julia, would you like to start reading the...
Well, you know, I'm having a little bit of trouble because I'm having to use this, use my iPad. I will do my best with this.
Okay, so maybe just read the English one, okay?
Read what?
The English, the beginning.
Rachel Luria was a modernist Yiddish writer born in Warsaw, Lithuania, who came to the United States at the age of 12 and worked in clothing shops and as a nurse, in addition to writing. Her stories are jarring, unsettling, surprising, and largely untranslated. And one of the things I found out about her was that she died at a very young age. She died at the age of, I believe
47.
47, yeah. And I, at least, was not able to find any more about her that would explain that and what her life had been like.
I could understand that she was probably unmarried and without children, but that's only a reference. I'm not completely sure about it.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking, okay, so which other writers, women writers, can we say this about? And the one that comes to mind, but who was so very different, and I'm sure there are others, but I thought about Kaja Molodowski, who wrote a great deal about women, about children, and taught children, but you don't get the horrors, the jarring, as it says, the unsettlingness that I at least found in one of her stories.
Okay, thank you very much, Julia. Susan, will you start it?
Yes. Schon euch dem Zimmer allein a Cook tundig. Schon auf dem Zimmer allein a Cook tundig. The name of it is Yichus, which is like pedigree. we're going to look in the room itself. We're going to take a look around the room. Hat kennt sehen, als da wohnt a Tochter von a Taten, a heimischen Gewir. Looking around, you could see that this living here is a daughter of a father who's a wealthy and respected man, a maskil, somebody, an enlightened one, un a mama and a mother, halb a balabusta, un halb a dama, partially a balabusta, which I understand would mean in terms of Yiddish things, and half a grand dame. Dus Zimmer is gewein kunzig eingemeilt. Eingeteilt. The room was exactly divided in three parts. Ein Vinkl, upgezamt mit Plush verhangen. One of the parts with the draperies, plush draperies.
Aufgezomt is like to make a granite, to make, to partition.
Yes, partitioned. Okay, it's maybe the curtains in the room are plush curtains. Mit a Toiletspiegel with a makeup mirror. Umgestellt mit Parfumen und eau de cologne. And there are perfumes and eau de cologne. Una weiß Bettel and a white bed, I assume that's the bedspread, is gewein durch Schlafzimmer. And that was the bedroom. A zweiter Winkel, that was the sleeping part of the room. A zweiter Winkel, the second portion of the room, mit a divan, with a sofa, und seidene Kischelach and silk pillows, a Bücherschrank, a bookshelves, mit englische, deutsche, and russische Romanen, with English, German, and Russian novels, und Copies von bewusste Bilder and copies of well-known works of art in nette Rahmen auf die Wand. And I don't know what nette is.
It's nice, elegant.
Oh, elegantly on the walls.
No, ramen is the
Frames.
guys.
What is it?
Frames. Frame.
Oh, and they were the pictures were in elegant frames on the wall. Der Saal and the living room, hinter a Gestell, behind a stand mit grünem Burlap, a stand that was decorated, I guess, with green burlap, which is probably an expensive material then, und rosa Stein, and rose-colored embroideries.
Yeah.
Die Kirche und
Okay, the Kirche, so the kitchen.
The kitchen, that was the kitchen.
Okay, thank you, Susan. Rachel, would you continue, Rachel? Unmute yourself if. Rochelle, you're muted. Rochelle, can you? Okay. Elisheva.
Elisheva.
Elisheva, that's the name. Elisheva.
Elisheva. Din
Den hoich mit a scharf blossen bloses Vardelmen. I don't get any of that.
Okay. Elisheva Din Oyer, she's skinny and tall. Mit a scharf blasen veredelten.
Oh, like edel, veredel, refined.
She's refined.
Okay. Ponem, face. Die gräuliche hat ständig. What?
Die gräuliche Ohr.
Oh, die gräuliche Haar. The print is very small for me. Ständig Pritzes. There we go. Pritzes. Verkammt. Her golden hair was always perfectly combed.
That was gray. Oh, curly.
Gräuliche, I think too that it's
Gray.
gold.
Gray, I'm sorry.
Gray.
I thought curly, okay. Ungetan in
Abgetrogenem
Seid und Samet. And she wore silk and velvet.
But the problem is abgetrogenem. I found that it's withered. Do you have another explanation for abgetrogenem? Something that was already worn a lot.
Yeah.
I think it would be second hand.
Second hand or used. Yes.
Abgetrogen.
And again, gräuliche, I found only gray, but it doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Later on, I think it does.
She's supposed to be young.
No, it's much later. It's years later.
Gray hair is correct.
I don't think so. I think that's when she is in Kovna.
Gräulich can also mean hideous.
Hideous?
It comes from the stem groil. And so groil-lech, horrible or hideous. Or it could also be groy-lech, somewhat gray. It's not clear from context.
Yeah, so
I think that's it.
Maybe it was something that it was very difficult to comb or something like this.
Mina, ich habe getroffen in der jüdisch-hebräische Wörterbuch gräulich ist afruri. Afruri.
Afruri is grayish.
Ja, oder auch es kann sein eine Uhr, wo seht ihr schon ist gut. Ich kläre öfter.
Because
we in my family, we call it Jewish hair. Very kinky. And it just stands out. You can't comb it.
Okay, because it really doesn't make sense, because I think she wants to tell us how she's, I don't know,
I think she's prematurely gray.
Maybe, but she's supposed to be pretty and very, very refined and everything. But on the other hand, she's wearing second-hand clothes or things
it might be describing how she just is that day, you know, gloomy, worn out, you know, just the mood of that particular day that she's describing the room.
What is preaches?
Okay,
Maybe
let's go
this
on
can
and
help
see.
us. What is preaches?
Princess, I think like a princess, no? Or like a princess.
I think it refers to puritsis, like a rich woman, like a rich woman,
like
a
puritsis. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Rochelle, finish it.
Okay. Hat euch
gesehen?
Hat euch gesehen, wie verwelkte Poritzen in a Gefängnisschloss. She looked like a prisoner?
No, a princess.
Like a
in a castle.
In a castle, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Rochelle.
Sorry, that was difficult for me.
Yeah, no, it's a difficult one. The first page is difficult. Afterwards, it's getting to be easier.
Okay.
What is verkampt?
Where did you find it, Mina?
On
What does verkampt?
the Yiddish Book Center, where
Oh, I
where I find most of the stories and books.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay.
What is verkampt?
Verkampt, מסורקת.
Combed.
Combed. Sorry, I'm thinking today in Hebrew.
Verwelkte. Wie kann man das übersetzen? So
Verwelkte is like...
Faded.
Like what?
Faded, like
faded.
leaves that have died.
Yeah.
Like a
Faded,
flower that's died.
withered out. Yeah.
Withered, faded.
Okay, so du passt sie, als ihre Uhr nicht ausgesehen, ai, 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 ja?
Yeah, but she's supposed to... Okay, when you read the whole story, you understand that she's supposed to be a beauty. But from this paragraph, I do not see the beauty, so that's the problem for me.
Yeah, pink verkehr.
Yeah.
Is it an ironic story?
No,
Yeah, irony,
no, not at all.
No?
No,
Okay.
not at all, no.
Okay.
Okay, Rafael, will you continue?
Sure. In Kovne, die Stadt von Yachsonim und Balagaivas, in the town of Kovna, which is in Lithuania, the city of pedigreed people, and Balagaivas, that means boastful people, perhaps.
Proud, very proud.
That's it. Proud is the right word. Is Elisheva gewen verrechend für das Schönste. Elisheva was considered to be the most beautiful, ungerottenste, and the most well-developed Mädel, girl. Ihre Stickereien seien gewen voll mit Kunst. Her embroidery was full of art. Und alle gewöhnliche Mädchen pflegen herunternehmen Mustern davon. All of the rich folks' girls used to take examples from it. Beim Singen hat Elisheva's call geklungen hecher und klarer von Elements. As she was singing, Elisheva's voice sounded higher and clearer than anyone else's. Zum Tanzen seinen ihre Fies gewend die leichtste. At dancing, her feet were the
lightest.
The lightest, thank you.
The
Yes, the
lightest.
lightest.
Okay.
I think Musterin means patterns.
Yes. Muster patterns. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Another paragraph, Rafael?
Sure. Cheder-Jünglich, wenn sie haben gesehen Elisheven, durchschweben leicht und lebendig die Gas, the boys from Cheder, when they used to see Elisheva as she was sweeping lightly and lively through the street, haben derech Eretz, what's that next word?
Probably gehat. That's how it is.
Yes, I think you're right. They had great respect. Und zwischen sich abgerät, and they concluded among themselves, as wenn sie wollen auswachsen groß, that when they get to be old, when they grow up, wollen sie nehmen verkalles, they will take brides, nor azam Mädel wie Elisheva, just the sort of girl as Elisheva.
Okay, thank you, Rafael. Alvin, you are with us?
Tut Shidduch.
Mit Shidduch, okay.
Mit Shidduch is Azoi gegangen. So a match would have been made.
No, with a match.
Regarding a match, this is how it went.
It went. Good.
Wenn man Elisheva hat gewollt, hat der Vater nicht der Losen. if Elisheva wished, the father would not allow it.
Yes.
Und wenn hat euch gekriegen auf dem hat Elisheva gleich Chasrones ausgefunden. And whoever she selected, I can't get this.
No, so whoever she wanted to marry, the father didn't let her. And whoever the father selected, like you said, so Elisheva found in him all kinds of faults. Yeah, so she's, yeah. Okay, you want to continue?
One more line. Elisheva is gewesen einzige Tochter zwischen drei Brüdern. Elisheva was the only daughter amongst three brothers. Und Tante Mame und die Brüder haben als
noch gegeben.
And she was Elisheva was alone amongst three brothers, and the parents and the brothers were all married off.
No.
Gave her everything she wanted.
Means spoiled.
Right. Yeah, they gave her everything she wanted.
Yes.
Yeah,
they spoiled her.
When you say Ada Nainzika, it sort of means they're spoiled. One and only.
Okay. Beverly, go on.
Okay. No,
I think it means they all gave in to her.
Yeah.
We spoiled her.
Oh, she was spoiled.
And Ada Nainzika, she's the only one. Nor
So whatever she wanted, she got from the brother and sister.
but she couldn't get a husband. Nur plötzlich haben die Geschäften angeheben gehen kapotte. Now all of a sudden the business started going under, right?
Yes. Upside down, kapotte.
Upside down. Kapotte, yeah. Man hat sich gestickt damit so lang, wie man hat gekannt. They stuck with it as long as they could. Die zwei ältere Brüder seien weg in Afrika. The two older brothers went to Africa. Gewollt reich werden, gedei zu können aufhalten das schöne Haus und dem schönen Namen in Kovna. So they went to Africa to become rich so that they could keep up their beautiful house and their beautiful name in Kovna. Their Inkster is avec in America. The youngest boy went to America. Euch mit dieselbige Idealen. Also with the same idea.
Yes.
Und der Inkster Bruder hat Aribe genommen Elisheva kind America. And the youngest brother took Elisheva to America.
Okay,
That's how she gets there.
Yes. Okay, Golda.
Seit Demmelt is schon weg 15 Jahre. Since then, 15 years passed. Das Leben in New York, die Arbeit in die Scheppe hat ihr dem Kopf grau gemacht. And in New York, the work that she did in the shops made her hair gray.
There you go.
Das Gesicht blass und verwelkt, her face pale and older. Aber Elisheva ist verblieben das veredelte, verzeugene Jiches Kind, die jüdische Prinzessin.
Pritzte.
Puritze.
Poritze. but Elisheva remained refined, interested in her pedigree and a Jewish princess.
It's
a Britza, a rich girl,
yeah.
Rich Jewish girl.
Okay, go on.
Hier, in Gere Bruder hat sich da ausgelegen durch Binderei. Her younger brother learned bookbinding. Hat gemacht ein eigen Geschäft und ihm ist avec gut. He built his own shop and it went well for him.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Golda.
My pleasure.
Okay. Rochale?
Hat Chassene gehabt, begegnet, he got married, begegnet a Mädel, was hat sich euch gejichsend, ihr Jichus ist bestanden in dem, wo sie ist geboren in Kiew, Gufa. He, I guess, got to know a girl.
No, begegnet, he met a girl.
He met a girl that also had a yichus,
pedigree.
A pedigree.
A pedigree.
It looks like they're talking about dogs with all these yichus.
Yes.
Okay.
I always refer to that as status, but pedigree is the same.
Okay.
Her pedigree stood in that she was born in Kiev itself. Und vielleicht oft und vielleicht oft, I didn't read it right, und vielleicht oft Forum zu erreichen Tante in Petersburg zu Gast. Ooh. And she used to travel to reach aunt in Petersburg to visit her, yeah, to be a guest. Sie hat geheißen. No, what else? Sie hat geheißen Olga. Hat lange blonde Haar und sich gekannt mit Studenten. Her name was Olga. She had long blonde hair and she hat sich gekannt mit
Studenten. Became friendly.
She befriended the students. Huh?
Yeah, she was. She befriended students.
Yeah, I thought that's what I said,
yeah.
No?
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
Sie hat eingeordnet, slicha, hat eingeordnet ein Heim für sein Weib und Schwester. He organized
something like this.
For his wife and sister. Und die Schwägerin haben sich gekriegt, das ist etwas Neues, anfangs auf Russisch, später auf Jiddisch. And the sister-in-laws would fight, beginning in Russian and continuing later on in Yiddish, like moving from Russian to Yiddish. Elisheva hat nicht gekannt vertragen, was Olga ist so vulgar mit ihren Barimereien von Offizieren und Studenten. Elisheva could not stand.
Yes.
What Olga is so, why would Olga is so vulgar with her Barimen, it's like what?
I'm trying to
bragging.
Boasting, yes, to boast.
Boasting, thank you. Boasting with of officers and studenten. Olga dich gekannt leiden und Feind gehabt die verälterte litwische Jahrzehnte. Olga couldn't stand and hated the older Litvish pedigree, we say it for Yachsun?
No, but she was...
She thought of herself, you know, like somebody
exactly.
with a status. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, Rochale, thank you. Let's I want someone
Nina?
else. Yeah.
Me,
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
Nina.
Morty.
I found another word that is better than pedigree in this case,
Yes.
which is lineage.
Lineage, better. A lot better, Morty. Good. Thank you. Barbara, would you read?
Okay. Der Bruder hat gemeint, als seine Schwester ist gerecht. The brother thought that his sister was correct about these matters. Darauf hat Olga geentfert mit Hysterikes wie Pesters.
Peterburger, from Peterburg.
Barishna.
Barishna.
Barishna?
Barishna is a young lady.
Yeah. Und geschrien, als sie will, get. Oh boy. Okay, so so we're going back, and the brother thought that the sister was correct, and therefore Olga answered with hysteria, like a Petersburg a Russian young lady, and cried or shouted that she wanted pardon me? Screamed that she wanted a divorce. Und Elishevin hat sich eingeordert dem Shenem Zimmerel für sich allein. And Elisheva appropriated the prettiest room for herself. Okay.
Okay, another paragraph.
It's hat sie mehr nicht gearbeitet. And then she didn't work anymore. Der Bruder hat ihr genommen, is it genommen? Gegeben. Okay, gegeben zum Leben. And the brother supported her. Und von Zeit zu Zeit haben die Brüder von Afrika ihr geschickt Geld. And from time to time, the brothers in Africa sent her money.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. David Katz, I saw that you joined us.
It probably was South Africa.
Yes,
right?
probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
They went for gold.
And diamonds.
Yeah, David.
Der jüngste Bruder hat sich gefühlt schuldig gegen Elisheva. The younger brother felt like he owed guilty in regards to Elisheva. Felt like she owed her something, I guess. Was hat früher Hasene gehabt, who the younger brother, which got married earlier.
Yeah, because that's why he felt guilty, because he got married before her, you know, according to the mores of that time.
It's not like to say there, not according to the order.
Exactly.
Wenigsten, at the very least, wollte doch seine Schwester gekannt nehmen in Theater. At the very least, he would, his sister be able to take into theater for Abend in the evening. Und wollte sich so stolz gefühlt zu gehen mit her, and he'd be very proud to be with her. In seine Augen is sie noch heint gewesen the Shena Stolze Elisheva. In his eyes, she was still the beautiful, proud Elisheva. Auf welche alle darfen die Eugen mit der Eretz aufheben und sie bewundern. Upon this proud, beautiful Elisheva, upon at whom everyone needs to, raise up their eyes and give respect to and wonder at. Und jetzt, and now, oder es muss vorkommen Krieg and Heus, oder muss liegen sogen, wenn will an Abend mit seiner Schwester verbringen. But now, or it would, oder es muss vorkommen, it would take place, there could be a fight in the home, or he must have to tell a lie when he wanted to. He has to lie when he wants in the evening to spend with his sister.
Okay, thank you. So he either has to endure problems at home, or he has to lie when he wants to go out with her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Morty, please.
Elisheva pflegt upsitzen Tag in Abenden allein. And Elisheva used to stay alone in the evenings. Aber still in Geheim hat Stickel Hoffnung in ihr gelebt. However, a quiet little secret used hope was living in her. Es wird noch kommen der Doktor, Ingenieur oder Advokat. There still will come the doctor, engineer, or lawyer mit die schöne Mandieren an Adelman, and it must be Edelman.
Yes, yeah.
With a nice uniform.
No, I think Manieren is manners.
Manieren, not Mundieren.
Yeah.
Manieren, sorry. Yes, with a nice manners, a gentleman. Wird upschatzen und ihr vergeben die etliche übrige Juren in die gräuliche Hor, in sie wollen sein glücklich. He will stay with her together the few coming years, and with her gray hair, and they will stay happy.
No,
breather.
Upshots in here is to derive to
I think
I'm
to
losing my
take
words in
care.
English.
Treasure.
It's to treasure, yes. He will
Treasure.
treasure her and will forgive her those extra few years and her gray-like hair.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Und ihr Brüder, die noble Neshume, wird sein der glücklichste in der Welt. And her brother, the noble soul, will be the happiest in the whole world.
Okay, thank you, Morty. I think we should stop.